Hey there! So today we're going to be interviewing Jim Mathers, the CEO of Energy Professionals, which is one of the leading energy consulting companies in North America. Thank you so much for having this interview, and it looks like it's going to rain profusely today.
Well, it's my pleasure to be here, and because even with tropical storms, hurricanes, whatever else, you have to have your energy independence in mind. So that means solar energy, battery backups, and on-site natural gas generation. These are things that we're helping people put into their businesses now. And I'll tell you, with storms like this, you won't have to worry about losing power.
That's so true. So I just want to start with the first question. Former Vice President and potentially our new President-elect, Joe Biden, has spoken about his plans to eliminate fracking throughout his presidential campaign. In a 2019 interview with CNN's Dana Bash, Biden said, "No, we would work it out, we would make sure it's eliminated and no more subsidies for either one of those, period." According to USA Today, the elimination of fracking would potentially put 5.9 million Americans out of a job. It could also have some very serious consequences on the energy landscape, and specifically serious increase to day-to-day electric prices. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, look, I totally agree that we should be getting more and more efficient, that we should take more sustainable options that we can take. But at the same time, there has to be common sense. As we evolve, because even coal has become the dinosaur and coal is bad. It's still one of the major sources of electricity in America. We're not going to shut all our lights off. We're not going to bankrupt companies. If we do things in a common sense fashion, we continue to work toward a more sustainable future. But at the same time, we have one of the lowest natural gas prices in the world, and people are enjoying some of the lowest electricity prices right now. Now, as a result of this, just on fear alone, we can see natural gas prices go up, which is affecting electricity prices. And basically what's happened the last summer, electricity prices are going up because so many businesses were out of business for too long. The usage went down, prices are going up. You add in this shock to the system saying, hey, fracking's going away. There goes the low gas prices, and people don't realize the majority of the electricity is produced by natural gas generation. It's a big ripple effect. So the thing is, it should be done in a common sense way. This should be strategically planned out. But for the near future, we're looking at an unstable natural gas market. We're looking at potential rises in natural gas prices. And really, what's going to happen is our customers are going to pay a lot more money for electricity. So what we're doing right now is a lot of our customers are locking in a low rate at the current low prices before all this uncertainty hits, because there's a lot of, not right now, there's a lot of uncertainty.
Yes.
What's really going to happen in the future? I don't know. I'm not going to guess. I tell you what, we're getting ready for it. That's what we want our customers to do too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So in June, Biden released a video announcing his clean energy revolution, committing the U.S. to 100% clean energy and zero emissions by 2050, backed by trillions of dollars of investments. As one of the leading energy advisors in North America, how do you see the U.S. transition to a fully renewable energy landscape?
Well, we would welcome it. We would welcome a 100% renewable. That would obviously be great for the planet. Again, if you destroy 1,000 businesses or destroy 1,000 lives or 1 million lives, what is it going to take to get there in a sane way? Common sense, and also economic sense. So if it's done correctly, and you can't mandate things into being. I mean, you can mandate anything you want if you're in power, but you can't change a whole economy. You can't change an entire country infrastructure overnight. I mean, we have an infrastructure right now that is degraded. And there are certain states that lose power more than others. I mean, we lose power without a storm in Florida at least once a week. Everything resets in my house. Every once in a while, you can lose electrical equipment, buy a new TV because of spikes. Again, the real answer that we see is that more and more big businesses are becoming more and more energy independent. And if you have clean, ultra clean natural gas generation on site, because you can't run an entire manufacturing plant with all solar. It's not possible. You'd have to take up the entire county worth of land to put enough solar panels in. Again, common sense prevails, and if we can do this so that businesses can still boom, we want American industry to be strong. part of that is you have to have good, clean energy every day. And clean meaning perfect wave, perfect, so that your 3D printers don't go down, that your manufacturing robots don't go down. If you get a spike in the grid, bam, you could lose production for an hour or two. For some companies, that's $1 million lost an hour.
Yeah.
So we want to create energy independent businesses that are focused on renewable energy, reduced emissions. In fact, clean natural gas generators on site take a heck of a lot of carbon offset off the grid because you don't have to keep the coal-fired plants running in standby.
Yeah.
So every time we put in a cleaner system with it, which includes solar, battery backup, and natural gas generation for the big users, this makes them energy independent, meaning they're not tied to the grid, they're not tied to the utility, and they don't go down for an hour or two a day, or an hour or two a week, or even an hour or two a month. If you lose $2 million every month because you lost power for 2 hours, it's too much to ask a business.
Yeah.
So we're all for moving to a more and more sustainable environment, a more and more sustainable economy for energy. But at the same time, it requires a lot of common sense, and right now we can help businesses become more sustainable with pure power going into their plant so that they can stay up even when the rest of the city is down.
Yeah.
In case of a tropical storm, if Duke goes down, the city's down.
Yeah.
But if you have your own generator, you have your own solar, you have your own energy backups, your battery backups, you are set for any disaster.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, Energy Professionals recently wrote an article about solar now being the most affordable source of energy, beating fossil fuels. Can you tell us a bit about what's behind the decreasing prices of renewable energy?
Well, look, in any technical revolution, in the beginning, everything's really expensive. But the solar panels themselves, the price has gone down and down and down and down. The next evolution is the battery backups, because those were really expensive 2 years ago, and those prices are now coming down. So when you can create acres of solar fields, which is a lot of utilities around the U.S. right now are building their own solar plants. The community solar is crazy. Right now, Massachusetts and New York, our customers, who we already have at a fixed supply rate, can actually get another 10% off the entire bill if they qualify and if they take part of our community solar program in New York and Massachusetts. It's incredible. We've already had customers doing this. They're like, you mean I can save another 10%? We're going, yeah, and you are now part of a community solar plant in your neighborhood. So really, people can take advantage. This makes sense.
Yeah.
Because of the solar credits and everything else, you're now taking 100% of your power from a community solar plant. It's amazing, and technology is getting better and better, and that's why the prices are going down further and further. And look, we're not done yet. Solar is becoming more and more affordable, but remember, it doesn't work at night. So you have to be completely independent. It requires a generator, battery backups, and solar. And if you do this, you have the trifecta.
Nice. So I understand that Energy Professionals offers various clean energy solutions for businesses, including solar panel installations, renewable energy procurement, and green energy certificates, and even community solar for qualifying companies. Can you tell us a bit more about the advantages and benefits businesses will be seeing when they switch to green energy?
Look, right now there are a lot of incentives, and it's state by state. One thing that we do at Energy Professionals is we help find out all of the advantages that you can take. Everything that your business can take advantage of right now, there's a lot of different programs. In fact, in some cases, we can give you a locked-in rate, 3 to 4 years of a fixed low price, 100% win. It varies state to state, it varies utility to utility. And this is what happens is it's so confusing. We take all the confusion out of finding the best green energy alternative for your company. And it could be, renewable energy certificates. It could be 100% green power from one of our big suppliers, because they're doing this now, and because the costs have gone down, there's a lot of wind power that they can tap, and they can take those credits and basically give you 100% wind power, or take advantage of our community solar. This is another 10% off your bill. Now this is for smaller businesses. Big businesses, we actually had a huge hospital that we could provide 100% wind and give them a 20% discount off their current,
Wow.
Regular brown, black electricity, whatever you want to call it. So the dirty electricity. I mean, look, it's all relative. You want to run your operation, you want to run your business, but there are options that you can do that you can take advantage of green energy solutions through community solar, wind power, any of these existing programs that exist out there. We can help find it and make the most, save the most money for you and your business.
That's amazing. So in closing, what would you suggest that businesses do moving forward?
Well, I'll tell you, what we do here at Energy Professionals is we help business owners get and create a strategy, because there's multi-layers of things that a business can do. You don't have to do it all at once. We're working with a fruit company right now, big fruit company, and they've had a lot of problems with power quality. Just by bringing in natural gas generation, we are able to help them get 100% pure power and save them $9 million over the next 20 years.
Wow.
And this is an old business that's been there a long time, and they're frustrated. But it's a strategy. What exactly is going on with your business right now? We can help you figure this out, and we can help you come up with the best solution and a plan going forward.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, you heard it here. Energy Professionals, Jim Mathers.
We rock.
We rock.